Hey Raymond, how are you today? Today we are going to have an interview. I'm good, Raymond. Thank you for having me. Please describe an experience you have had presenting information to colleagues. Please provide examples of effective and ineffective practice. Wow, that's a good question. I was working in a placement during the uni. So the placement was related to the charity. So my job was as an intern's event planner. So we having a Friday meeting basically every week, and we communicate our ideas. So during the placements, my communication skills has been improved, and what I've known from communication has been enhanced. So the easiest and the most useful experience I've had is self-introduction during the first seminar we're having on Friday. So that's one of the most important way and most practical way to express information and presenting information of yourself. So I will still remember the first day I met them, and things just went great. Everyone was quietly listened, and I just keep saying, trying to show out about myself, and it ended up really well because we have this understanding between each other, so we have less barriers now. As I was mentioning, they will listen quietly. I believe that's very effective communication practice, listening quietly, and having some respect for others and their knowledge. Just and also the way how I am presenting was quite interesting. You don't just express everything in a door-board way, and another thing is your body language. You have to keep constantly moving. You're not a piece of wood. So that's some of the very effective practice I've learned on. I have enhanced during the placement. And well, what about the ineffective practice? I believe that would be, well, denying people. So whatever the other people are saying, you keep denying it. Have been happening all the time through my uni life. And it's just some people. They are not very nice people. They just don't believe whatever you say, and your opinion or your idea is not respected in a form of the feedback and their body language. What system have you used to monitor progress towards goals and measure accountabilities? In what ways do you find these systems support or inhibit goals attainment? Yeah, thank you very much for the questions. And regarding to the which system I use for keep on track, in other words, I've been using some system I've summarized through my years of career. So basically, I broke down a greater goal into more detailed, smaller pieces, and I'm gonna put this small pieces detailed in a timeline. So let's say week 1 I should do this, week 2 I should do that, and through the whole event planning process, for example during my placement, and so we can keep on track. Have we finished this? We're supposed to finish this week. Have we finished that we're supposed to finish that week? So that's a way of keeping us on track, and we're going towards the right direction. But of course, the before everything happened, you better to have a mentor or more experienced people or group discussion, which you're broke into is going towards the end goal, if you know what I'm saying. So that's one of the way I've been using to keep on track. Well, how I feel about it, I found the way I use is more practical. So you're doing it by step, ensure you're on the right track. Yeah, I think it's really practical and effective. That's what I found about this. Describe a situation in which you received constructive performance feedback. How can an experience like that be translated into an opportunity for learnings? The actual situation was from my real life work, and I was a real estate agent at the time. When I just started, I have no idea. Well, I have a little idea about how to make sales, how to close sales. Well, I believe a good technique of selling, or if you got fancy mouth, you're gonna definitely close the deal. But turns out I haven't sold anything within the first 2 months. Then my supervisor and my colleagues start giving me feedback on the sales of real estate. It's not more. It's not just things like sales skills, fancy mouths. It's more about your professionalism, your attitude, and the knowledge you have in real estate, which is way much important than just some sales techniques skills. Well, I'm not saying sales skills is not important. I'm just saying it's not as important. And yeah, after I received feedback, I wasn't angry. Uh, wasn't I wasn't sad. I wasn't depressed. I'm considering this as a great learning and great way of critical thinking about myself, critical analyze about the things I've done. How can I improve it? What can I improve it? And yeah, I'm really open to the opinions, suggestions, anything that can makes me better. Identify a challenge you have faced in your work. What steps and actions did you take to resolve it? Well, the biggest challenge I'm encountering during my placements, I think, is the differences between opinions and ideas. Let's say, for example, I think if we raise $5,000 for this particular price, will be more than enough. However, other team members think we could raise more, but I don't agree with it because in a psychology way, I believe just won't work. So that's the hardest challenging I'm dealing with basically every week. So we have to find a mutual agreement on the differences. So we have to agree to disagree because none of us could say this is right or this is wrong. We don't have any experience previously about organizing an event, and we don't know whether this is going to work or not. All the outcome result we were talking about is based on our assumption and understanding of the words. So that's the biggest challenging I'm encountering, and how I solve it is really easy. Just vote. I'm not playing the leader role in the group, so I don't have a saying or I don't have the right to deny any ideas, but just ask for opinions, suggestions from more experienced team member or mentors that are available, and what do they think about it? Can we agree to disagree? That's how we solve it. Negotiating. Drawing on your experience in an entry-level position, what can you do to promote a culture of integrity and professionalism in the workplace? Well, based on my experience about entry-level position, I think there's not much you can do to promote. I don't think that's practical. I don't think it's very possible to just promote existing your corporate culture and integrity or professionalism. I think what you should do instead is to learn the culture of your company, the ethical stance, what they believe. Is it having a conflict with your ethical stance? If you believe they are not doing the things right, the first thing you need to do is to leave, not to compromise. That's the only thing I believe. Um, when I was just applying for the placement, so I had a look at their website. They are a charity, so and they love dog, they love helping people contribute to society. That's exactly what my belief is, and uh, yeah, just make sure your belief, your ethic, your professionalism, your integrity is complied with the corporate. But as you were asking to promote, well, I don't think it's possible to promote, or it's not your place in a company to promote the culture. What you do, just behave yourself in a right way.